Well, here we go again. This is Miss Alexis, and she gets groomed every year, once a year. Now, I don't know if you can see all the matting. All this had to come off her ear. All this is mats. All this is one solid mat on the ear flap. Over here, all this was dreadlocked, and this is a mole that ended up getting cut because it was underneath the dreadlock, and I don't have the powers of seeing through things, nor was I given a heads up by the owners that she had any moles. And I just can't remember from last year if she had that there or not. Poor me, I just can't remember one groom from a year ago. All of this solid mats. But she has come to me once again a year later, might be over a year. Oh, here's a nice dreadlock hanging off her face. That must be comfortable. And she's the sweetest thing. And, you know, you get to a point sometimes where you just want to kick the owners. But she has, Alexis is 15. And this is a daily routine, much like my father with the dog he had years and years ago when I was a kid, who got matted completely solid and got shaved down once a year. And that was a special gift to Princess, her once a year shave down. And Princess lived to be 18. So who am I to tell these people that what they're doing is wrong? I hate being that pompous. Alexis is a happy little girl, but she's even more happier when all this hair comes off. She just jumps and runs and plays and runs and jumps. So the other side of her will look like this side of her. She actually had two cysts, not just one, that were underneath mats. You know, if you can't afford grooming, and I say that loosely because, quite frankly, most poor folks, all poor people, all people with money, we all spend money on some foolish things. And I always tell people, just keep a jar and put your change in it. Just do whatever. And maybe every 3 months or every 4 months, you'll come up with, well, you need to get your dog a haircut. Or what you need to get your dog, whatever. You might have more. You might even have enough for a vet visit if you have to. But the point of it is we waste money. Every time you go to McDonald's, you know you're not supposed to eat that kind of food, whether it's McDonald's or Arby's or whatever fast food. You know you're not supposed to eat that kind of food. You know you got better food sitting in the house. Every time you think about going to McDonald's or Arby's or Burger King or whatever, put the money in a jar. Keep it aside. Because it really gets on my nerves to hear people say, oh, I just can't afford grooming, it just costs so much. When in the length of a month, they've wasted money that they didn't need to on lunches while they're at work, or morning breakfast, or stupid McDonald's when it's after work and all they have to do is go home and grab something out the fridge or whatever. We waste money all the time, and yes, I'm including myself in that. We waste money all the time. There is enough money for your dog to get groomed, if only 3 times a year or 4 times a year. But once a year, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, here's my pet peeve for the day. I know I've got a lot of groomers on Facebook, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, if nobody else does. Thank you, guys.